Son of a bitch. All right.
Hang on.
I'll restart. Shipping up to Boston is playing here on the frigid campus of Tufts University. We are live from Bellow Field for some NESCAC lacrosse. It is a cold, windy Saturday morning on Bellow Field. Two NESCAC teams here in the Colby Mules and your Tufts Jumbos. I'm Riley Daniel. Alongside me for this one is Catherine Burns. Catherine, very much a win is going to be a factor. Some gale force winds out here almost destroyed our setup. Before I ask you how much that's going to affect the game, we're going to turn it over to the PA for the national anthem. Stay tuned.
For today's Division III NESCAC men's lacrosse matchup, featuring the visiting Mules of Colby College and your Tufts University Jumbos. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now please rise if able, remove your caps, and face the flag for the playing of our national anthem today, performed by the Tufts University Pep Band.
All right, Catherine, after that lovely performance from the Tufts Pep Band, what do these teams need to do to get some pep to fight through this win today?
I think they just need to focus on their passes and making sure the wind isn't a factor in their passes. Tufts has practiced in conditions like these, and Colby, I'm sure, has had similar wins as well. They just have to focus on making those passes, making them sharp, and not making silly mistakes today.
As a high school lacrosse player, what did you do in games like this when it was really cold to get yourself going, get yourself mentally locked in?
I think just hyping yourself up and getting excited for the game itself. And cold is just a mindset. The weather's just a mindset. You just gotta fight through and focus on the game. It's truly a beautiful day to play lacrosse here. The wind is the only factor that can possibly mess that up, but it's a perfect condition of warm and a little bit of cold. I don't really see a lot of long sleeves or trying to keep warm. I think it's just the wind that'll be a big factor today in today's game.
A shocking factor, actually, as you said, the wind. But not only that, when you were saying it, it reminded me, this is the first time this year they are playing in dry conditions on Bellow Field. So a lovely treat here, and this matchup has been something of a treat for the Jumbos in times past. 19 consecutive wins against the Mules. The last time the Mules got a win here in Medford, it was not Bellow Field. It was on the Old Craft Field in March of 1999.
Wow, I wonder how that's going to play out today for the Jumbos and the Colby mindset going into today, with knowing that they haven't won a game here on this field ever.
Both these teams really need this game. Jumbos obviously 4th ranked in the country after a dominant win over Union. You have to imagine a win here today could very well set them up to jump into the top 3, if not higher. And if for some reason Salisbury were to lose a game, good luck to the selection committee, because they would have 4 teams with all legitimate cases to be the #1 team in the country. On the other hand, Colby, yeah, they're 4-3, but they're only 1-3 in the NESCAC. They need to win this game if they want to get back to the NESCAC tournament like they've done each of the last 5 years.
That's true, Riley, and that shows just how good the NESCAC really is and how great these teams are. Going 4-3 overall, but only 1-3 in the NESCAC. These teams are facing very tough components here in the NESCAC, and that's proven as Tufts has made it to NCAA finals many years.
Yeah, many of the Tufts coaches across many sports have told me time and time again that it is easier to win a national title than it is to win the NESCAC, and I believe it as we get set here for the opening draw. Jumbo's going to send out Victor Salcedo to take it, and we are underway from Bello. Violation on the Mules. Jumbo's will set up in the offensive set right from the gun. And it'll be Tagliaferri hopping in. It'll stop and go. Here's Garrett Kelly now. Gonna run down the alley. Spin dodge. Backing down his man. Nothing there, he'll skip it. Bounces, Timmons able to corral. To the X now. Eddinghausen on the X. Skip pass. Ragneri's reverse shot. Don't quite know what that was. It was saved nonetheless.
Jumbos are feeling comfortable out here already, starting strong on attack, holding the ball, passing it around.
Timmons on the X, an unusual set here. Face dodge to Tagliaferri at the top. Low shot, didn't get a clean look as it was slipping out of his stick. 33 to shoot for the Jumbos. Kelly gets his hands free, gets a look, just couldn't get it on frame.
Good defense by the Mules here, staying tight to their man, not letting a good shot come off on their goalie.
Timmons, slide comes to the top. Jumbo's bench counting down the shot clock, 15 to go. Stop and go, Brooks Hauser. Kelly gets a look off the crossbar, bounces out. Eddinghausen gets it, low shot on the turf and corralled by the Mules.
Good work by the Mules defense there. They didn't let a shot off that was going anywhere towards their goalie, Will Heisler.
Ball on the turf. That's out of play. That's Jumbo's ball. Jack Ragneri not waiting around. And he's going to get slowed down by the referee as the Jumbos wanted to play fast there. Here is Ragneri. Splits the D, skip pass. Little face dodge, shot low, on target, and a nice save there by the Mules goalie. That is Will Heisler. Jumbo's bringing a tough ride here. Whipped across, again on the turf. This one corralled by the long pole there. That's Luke Lafayette. And once again, the Mules put it on the ground. That's just under 3 minutes. They've put it on the ground 3 times on passes as they finally get to clear and look to set up with some offense of their own. Here at the top, it's Nick Solskowski. Ben Reynolds. Swung to the X. McCarthy. Facing up here against Michael Ayers. Skip pass. Coming down Main Street, save Garzone. Great feed there from the Mules. Garzone just equal to it, and he springs the outlet. Wall bomb. Jumbos have numbers. Long pole skip. Ragneri trying to get his hands free. Gets his hands free. Just sails it. Jumbos will reset with Eddinghausen. Trying to get a look, skip pass, Ragneri stepped down, faked it, drives in through 2-3, low shot, ball on the turf, and eventually the Jumbos re-corral, skip to Christmas. Back to Hauser, everyone all over the place, and the Jumbos will bring it back out for a settled set. Joey Kraft. Inside feed, reverse shot, save, Heisler. And the Jumbos going to make some substitutions as the Mules will look to clear here. Hauser going to look to bring the ride. Heisler skip pass. Perfectly in stride. Mules got 10 to clear, and they will. No contest. And Colby, they've looked good so far defensively.
They've looked really good, right, defensively so far.
Which is very uncharacteristic from teams here on Bello. That one on the turf again, as the Jumbos with those long poles just hacking away, making life miserable for the Colby attackman. McCarthy skips it over the head. That's on the turf. Able to be scooped up there by Lindhouse. Gets a step here on Rosario. Slide got to come, and it does. Trying to face dodge, but you're not going to face dodge through everyone. A push on the Jumbos will give it back to the Mules with a fresh 60. And here come the Mules on this right side. Great stick check there by Frizzoli, but he's going to get called for a reach. Dinolfo not happy about it. Jumbo's going to go man down. 30-second penalty on Ben Frizzoli for the hold. But that's really a testament to the Jumbo's midfield abilities. Ben Frizzoli is just such a good lockdown LSM. As the Jumbos now going to send out their best in the nation penalty kill unit, led by the midfielder of Cam Del Cristo with the 4 long poles. Still scoreless, 5 minutes into this one. Mules working around, backdoor feed, score. Was he in the crease? They say no, jump goal there from the Mules as the Jumbos fell asleep backdoor.
Yeah, good shot there. Saw the opening and took it.
I mean, it was a brilliant play there from the Mules, swinging it right around the perimeter. Jumbo slid to every man, but when you're a man down and you're sliding behind the pass, there's going to be a man open weak side. The Mules able to find it, and a great finish.
Yeah, they took advantage of their opportunity that they had with that penalty.
And they ain't able to win a draw, which is uncharacteristic. Colby, one of the few NESCAC teams below 500 from the draw in the year, at 450. Jumbo's at 67% from the draw, so as an area you'd expect the Jumbos to succeed. That ball's on the turf. Goalie out of net. Eddinghausen in, shoots, scores, and you cannot play like that in Bello.
Not at all, Riley. You've seen the goalie, Will Heisler, getting more and more comfortable, coming more and more out of his net, and this is the consequence of that.
Yeah, and that's a consequence of that, and it's a consequence of how the Jumbos play defensively with that kind of laid back right at the midfield ride, not really allowing you to get the man advantage anywhere in your defensive half, forcing the goalie to come out. He thought he could take it himself, and if you try and solo clear as a goalie against the Jumbos, they will make you pay. Parker Merrill going to take this draw here and gets called for an early step and a fraction aside so far. Mules 2 of 3 from the dot. And going quickly, skip pass and shut off there by Rosario.
The Mules are keeping this game at a really, really high pace, which is what they need in order to win.
Yeah, Mules have scored 20 or more in every one of their wins this year. Jumbos have scored 20 or more in all but 2 games this year. Low shot. Sails a little bit there as a good look stepping down from Bennett Goler, the Mules' leading scorer. He's got 14 and 11 on the year. Pass inside, finds him, and a goal. Great cut there from Dylan Natale, and the Mules take a 2-1 lead.
The Mules are really showing their athleticism and finding that weak spot on the Jumbo's defense. The Jumbos don't have a lot of weak spots in their defense, and their ability to find that backdoor shot, which has worked not 1 but 2 times, has been able to lead them to a 2-1 lead right now in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's taking advantage of opportunities. Mules have only had 2 looks, but they've made both of them count. And as a result, lead on the scoreboard. Another infraction on the Mules, and that'll mean the next one will be a penalty. Jumbo's going to go right in to the offensive set. Ettinghausen near side, Tagliaferri. Gonna run a little pick play with Timmons. Double comes, skips it up high, Timmons. Jumbo's got a bit of a mismatch here. Timmons on a long pole, which means there's an attackman with a short pole somewhere, but they give it away first. And here come the Mules in transition. Brooks Raymond drops 2, has his hands free, gonna shoot wide, and he's gonna want that back.
The Mules are really hustling out here on their substitutions, which just shows their hustle overall. They want this game bad.
Well, I don't think they needed to be reminded that they haven't won here in 25 years. They know that stat very well, and they want to change that today. Stop and go there from Lenhouse. Gets through 2 on the turf, and once again, the Jumbos come up with it. That's Panagopoulos. And then it comes back to the Mules. Jumbos couldn't corral it. And Colby will get a full 80 here in the attacking half. Skip pass near side, couldn't find the man. And this time, Salome will corral it. Wall bomb gonna take it up. And easy as you like, the Jumbos clear. Have not gotten many great looks so far. Hauser. Spin dodge, dropped his man, gets his hands free. Bounce pass to the X. Ragneri shot scores.
That was a really pretty shot.
And the shot from Hauser turned into a bounce pass right to Jack Ragneri. And Ragneri had a step on his man the whole way, got his hands free, and finished lefty as easy as you like.
That's the important part of having that man behind the goal there. Just in case something goes wide, you are there and you can be the first one and get that rebound and get the shot off like Ragneri was able to do.
And Jumbo's going to go man up, as that is a third face-off violation in 8 minutes on the Mules. And the Jumbo's going to get their man-up unit their first looks in a while. They did not have any man-up opportunities against Stevens. So a real chance for this unit to get some looks. Will Emsing, the freshman, Joey Kraft, Hauser, Tagliaferri, Ragneri, and Ettinghausen, the 6 for the Jumbos. Little pitch and catch. Inside cut, up free. Ragneri skip pass, couldn't find Tagliaferri. Jumbos wanted a deflection, no call. And Colby should be able to see out the remainder of this man down, though the Jumbo's going to bring a heavy ride. Del Cristo going to cause some problems for Heiser. Heiser once again going to try and solo it. And a good clear. Mules have numbers. And they blew a point-blank chance, 2-on-1 on Connor Garzone, and they couldn't even put it on target.
Ball stays down there with the Mules, it looks like.
Yeah, Colby will be able to get into a bit of a settled set here. 50 on the shot clock. O'Neal playing some defense here on goaler. Linhaus to the X now. Little face dodge. Skipped up top. Jumbo's not really allowing any sort of penetration one-on-one. Slide to the X. Jumbo's hung up a little bit. Wallball able to cover it over. 15 to shoot now for the Mules.
Jumbo's bench making some noise over here. Seeing if that'll help.
Great slide there with 10. Jumbo's going to go man down again. Pass down, low, score, Mules. Doug McCarthy gets that one. And the same thing that happened on the first two. The Jumbos lost a man weak side, and the Mules finish on the doorstep. And the Jumbos now going to go man down as well to commensurate their errors. A big face-off now for Victor Salcedo, as he does not want to allow the Mules to really take advantage of this minute man up. A lot of contact. Ball on the turf. Jumbo's caught out a little bit, but able to get back defensively. Mules got 4-on-3, weren't able to really take advantage. Will settle into the 6-on-5. And a timeout called by Colby as they want to run a settled set. Dinolfo asking questions of the referees. And gotta say, Catherine, Colby started out on the stronger foot.
They for sure did. They came out with the energy. They came out with the want and the need for this win because, like you said, their history here, they haven't won a game here on this field. So it is important that they came out with that energy. And the Jumbos can't seem to match it right now, but as soon as they can, it will be interesting to see how these two teams combat.
Yeah, for two teams that, really are very different in the Jumbos, with the exception of that one loss at RIT, have dominated pretty much every game this year. Colby dominated their non-conference, really struggled in the NESCAC. But you look at these stats right now, and the stat that jumps out to me in this game right now, Jumbos, 2 goals, both unassisted. Colby, 3 goals, all off assists. It's that extra pass the Jumbos have not been able to find so far, and the Mules have been able to find, not just find the open man, but find the open man unmarked, like an inch from the crease.
Yeah, I think that's important. It's also important to note that the Colby does have a new head coach this year. Jake Bernhardt joined just this year, so it's exciting to see how this team is working with him and turning out with goals and goals.
Yeah, Bernhardt, a Maryland grad on that 2012 team that made it to the national championship game. So he is someone who knows, like all of these Jumbos, knows what it takes to get to the very highest levels of collegiate lacrosse. And he has instilled a little bit of a spark in this Mules team today.
Yes, indeed. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Jumbo's doing a good job working the ball around the perimeter here. 30 left on the penalty. Down low feed, skip pass to the top, step down, faked, low shot, high, low, scores. That one put in by Rothenberg, and the Mules make it 4-2.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Coach does about this defense on the right side of the goal. That is where at least over half of these goals have been coming from. There's clearly a consistent spot, and I wonder how they can fight this off.
It's a real question. 4 goals, all assisted, all pretty much, with the exception of left-right, from the exact same spot. And the Mules get another face-off win. As the Jumbos, even though they have technically on the sheet won 3 of 6 face-offs, those have all been on infractions on Colby. They are yet to win one cleanly. Once again here at the X is McCarthy. Stop, starts, loses an edge, gets back up, working against Michael Ayers. Jumbo's All-American long pole. Now a stop and go here from Goler. Gets through 2, skip pass back door, looking for the same play. This time the Jumbos slid to it, and Panagopoulos comes away with it. Dangerous pass, Garzone alert to it. Gets it to Ayers, and the Jumbos could look to transition quickly here.
No pressure here in the midfield.
Yeah, that was because Colby had sent everyone up to go hound Panagopoulos. As a result, had no one in the midfield. Jumbo's able to clear easy. Eddinghausen skips it near side Hauser. Regneri in his usual spot. Stop start. Swings it back. A little too high there. O'Neal able to save it. One hand corral there by Brooks Hauser. Spin dodge. Slide comes. Tagliaferri with Timmons beside him. 2-on-1 here for the Jumbos. Tagliaferri going to turn, run, shoot. Just wide.
It looks like these Jumbos are just a step too early with these passes and with these shots. If they take one more step, they're almost like a little antsy. They're not used to being in this down position.
Yeah, first time the Jumbos have been down more than a goal on Bello this year. O'Neal draws 2, skips it. Tagliaferri, step down, saved by Heiser. Great look there for Tagliaferri, but the Mules goalie equal to the task.
Even with that misstep earlier in the game where the goalie missed the ball in the midfield, he continues to come out of his zone, and he takes the ball off the field, which is a unique thing to see in men's lacrosse here.
Yeah, very rare, especially against the Jumbos. Usually after the first time, they knock it free and score an empty netter. The goalies learn their lesson. Colby willing to challenge the status quo right now.
Yeah, I think that's the confidence that we're seeing paying off here in this game.
Tarvestein near side here for Evan DeVita. Jumbo's just sticking to that 1v1 man. Screenplay, no slide. Shot was blocked. Believe that was Joey Walbaum who got a stick to it. And Ayer's going to lead the clear. Jumbo's going to look to go now. O'Neal.
Good transition by the Jumbos.
Ayer's in some space, gets it. Long pole shot, save Heisler. Bouncing around again. Whistles go. And it's going to stay with the Jumbos, fresh 60. Eddinghausen. Fresh 80 here for the Jumbos. Regneri going to use Christmas as a great screen. Draws 2, dumps it down low. Eddinghausen scores, plus the contact.
That's more like the plays we're used to seeing these Jumbos have here on Bello.
It's a brilliant play there because there's no defender. I don't care how good you are. There's no defender who can get through a well-set Kevin Christmas screen. Regneri had the step, forced the slide, the beautiful weighted touch pass to Max Eddinghausen, and when he gets on the crease, only one result was going to happen. Parker Merrill back out there. And now the Jumbo's going to go man down for face-off violations.
Something's not going to right
or
with these
who'd they call that
face-offs.
on? Unclear where they... Oh, no, they called it on Colby, so another delay of game on Colby. My apologies there. Both these teams now will be serving delay of games from every face-off infraction here on out, so could be a lot of man-up opportunities going forward.
Hopefully the Jumbos are able to capitalize on that.
Regneri faked everyone out. Hauser thought about it. Gets it right back. Jumbo's whipping the ball around. Regneri, near side. Hauser, low shot, just wide. Good look there from the sophomore. 7 left on the man up. Backdoor feed. Regneri, step down, shot wide. And Colby back to full strength, coming in immediately. We'll see what the Jumbos do. They're going to slow it down, settle into the 6-on-6. As we go under a minute to go in the first quarter, 4-3 Mules. Regneri gets through 2. Hauser back to him. Thought about the step down, spins. Left and right, gives it right back. Near side, Eddinghausen. Great spin. Low shot off the top of the bar. That would have been a highlight and a half. Joey Kraft. Getting to work. Calls an ISO. Backing down his man. Hauser thought about it. Gets it back. 20 to go in the quarter. Turns and runs through the alley. To the X with 10. To the Tufts. Regneri thought about the step down. Draws 2. Low shot. Second shot saved. And the Mules will look to clear. That one's on the turf. Ball on the turf again. Mules trying to keep it in. Able to just bat it baseball style. That'll be the quarter. And at the end of one, 4-3 Colby. And what has been nothing short of a thrilling first 15 here from Bello. Your thoughts, Catherine?
I'm just thinking about both teams. The Mules came out with such passion and such confidence as starting at their goalie, and I think that was inspired by the coach and inspired by the team and inspired by their history here. And they were able to show their powers and their capabilities, coming out strong, having the confidence even despite their history on this field. The Jumbos, each player of them on this team is on this field is a fantastic player, but I haven't seen them been able to work together like they normally are able to. And I haven't seen them cutting like they normally do. They're really playing an individual game right now, which is unlike them and will not take them as far as they want to go in this season.
Yeah, they have a ton of great individual talents, but what has separated this Jumbos program in the last half dozen years from the rest of the NESCAC is their ability to play just that team brand of lacrosse where the ball's whipping around, not staying at anyone's stick for more than half a second. And we have really not seen that at any point today. And right now it's been Will Heisler standing on his head, 5 saves on 8 shots faced. And that's really been the difference so far.
That has. And it's his confidence back in the goal, even despite his challenges in the midfield earlier, he still is coming out and he's still making those passes and he's still inspiring his team and pushing the field up and getting those goals that their team needs.
Yeah, and I think going forward with the situation being what it is, the face-off dot's going to become even more and more important because you got to win the draws, but neither of these teams can afford any more infractions.
I truly haven't seen a true face-off being played here.
Yeah, I don't believe
very few. I
believe there's been one face-off so far today.
We'll see what happens.
There is one,
There's
and another
one.
face-off win by Justin Turley, who has been nothing short of sensational. Kept Salcedo and Parker Merrill from a clean face-off win through 15 minutes, something that has not happened at any point before now this year.
I would love to be a fly on that ball at the face-off, see what these players are saying to each other, see the energy they have starting at the face-off.
I can tell you there's a reason we don't put a mic out there. It's because we'd have to censor it, I'm pretty sure.
Probably right, Riley.
Del Cristo just hounding the Mules here. Pick play with that little rub screen inside. Jumbo's alert to it, able to slide. 30 to go on the shot clock. Great dodge there. Shot. And I believe that shot hit off the helmet of a mule. As Bennett Geller looks to get his first of the day. 15 to shoot now. Jumbo's hung up a little bit, but doing a good job not letting the open man get some space, as there's now 5 to shoot. Step down, Geller, shot score! They were 5 seconds from getting clear, but once again, Mule's able to get an open man on a cut and get the assisted goal.
It looks like there's some confusion on the Jumbo defense of whose man that was. It seems they've been switching around between zone and man a little bit. Not quite sure who is supposed to be on who, and that happens when you have to make these game time switches. This will only make the Jumbos stronger by having this ability to switch it during the game, but they have to go through these bumps of not knowing whose man is who so they don't repeat that mistake. We'll see what happens.
And which way is that going? I believe they're saying that's another Colby draw win. They are.
That's what the bench is saying.
And just another dominant performance from the X there from Justin Turley. Before Colby almost sent it out of play. But now getting a step here is Di Natale, and then thrown away, and I don't think they're going to be able to save this one. They are not. Jumbo's going to look to run quickly. Panagopoulos not messing around, skips that one right ahead to Waldbaum. Regneri using Waldbaum as a decoy. Tagliaferri has all sorts of space. Down low, Eddinghausen up top. Regneri shoots and scores, and there's the Jumbo's offense we know and love.
Oh yeah, that 3 quick passes and a goal. That's how they normally do it, and we haven't seen even 2 quick passes in a row. And here's the result of those quick passes causing confusion.
It's the old
defense.
It's the old adage, doesn't matter how fast you are, the ball will always outrun the man. If you move the passes around, you will find the open guy. Parker Merrill runs through the man and finally able to get a clean draw control, and he might look to go. Regneri now. Calling for an ISO. Gonna use Rosario. Instead he'll skip it near side Tagliaferri. Spin dodge. Dumps it off to Garrett Kelly, coming with some steam. Lowers the shoulder, gets a step. Plays it to the X and Anninghausen. Spins back to Kelly. Gets a shot, gets a goal, and we are even.
The energy has surely changed here on Bello.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason the Jumbos have won 4 straight NESCAC titles, and it's because they have that ability to just turn the switch. Colby was feeling a real good 2-goal lead about 30 seconds ago, and in the span of 30 seconds, the Jumbos have tied it up. And finally, back-to-back draw wins for the Jumbos. Regneri with Parker Merrill. Jump shot, score! Oh, they're saying no. It looked from here. Net definitely moved. Looked like it hit off the crossbar. And inches from the lead. Colby gonna slow it down, try and just stave off this Jumbo's momentum right now. Jumbo's bench trying to argue that that was in the back of the net. As taking a run down the near side here is Nick Skolkowski. To the X now. Little stop and go there from Lenhout. Up top. Goaler. Gonna turn it face one-on-one against Panagopoulos. Up top, step down, wide. Garzone looked to have it either way. 20 on the shot clock. And Jumbo's going to go man down. I did not see the flag come out at any point.
I am totally confused right now what exactly is happening, but refs seem to know.
They got a slash on Brooks Hauser. I did not see at any point a flag come out, so I'd love to know where that penalty was.
I don't think we're ever going to know.
But nonetheless, Colby's man-up unit will get another look. Almost threw it away there, as they're just playing some perimeter pitch and catch. Skolkowski. Up top now. McCarthy, Skolkowski. Little 1-2 game. Jumbo's doing a real good job not giving any backdoor feeds. Switched into a zone here. Up top, Skolkowski wanted to step down. Jumbo slid to it. 15 on the penalty.
They might just spend that 15 passing it around some more.
Skip pass. Skolkowski step down, safeguard zone. And that is the best defensive set I've seen from the Jumbos all day. Before they immediately give it away. Ball on the turf, men on the turf, and eventually Michael Ayers says enough of this, comes up with the ball. And the Jumbo's going to look to run. Colby racing back defensively. Del Cristo, low shot, scores!
There was nobody in front of him on that transition, and he took it all the way to the goal.
Yeah, Colby kind of lost track of time there. I think they thought they had more time on the man-up than they did. They sent 4 on the ride to go hound Joey Walbaum, which almost paid off for them, but when Michael Ayers came up with that ball, they were 2 men down in the transition game, and when you give a long pole like Cam Del Cristo space, he's going to finish.
As he should.
Another infraction. Which way is this one going? It's again going on Colby, and the Jumbos again going to go man up.
The momentum here has definitely shifted away from the Colby. Their bench isn't looking as rowdy right now, but they haven't been winning as many face-offs, and They don't believe they've scored yet in this quarter.
No, their bench has gone from looking like they were at a Friday night party to looking like they're in a Monday morning chem lecture.
I know all too well.
Jumbo's into a set play here. Called out from the bench. Inside feed, couldn't find Emsing. That's on the turf. Mules come up with it, and the Jumbo's going to go man down for the shove. And that is one thing the Jumbos can't afford to do right now with all the momentum is give Colby a lifeline. Joey Kraft's going to go sit for 30 for the push. Give Colby the ball with a fresh 80. And this is an interesting scenario because for the next 8 seconds, neither side man up, both sides a man down here. So we'll see what the Jumbos do if they might try and bring a trap here, trying to win the ball back before they go man down. Ayer's going to go hound Goaler before backing off into the Jumbo zone. Timeout Colby as they get back to man up for 20 seconds. We'll take the timeout as well. Be back with you momentarily. Welcome back here to Bellow Field. Colby with 20 on the man up here, looking to get themselves back even. Jumbos look to be set up in some sort of man down zone.
Yeah, they had a zone for a little in the first part of this quarter, and it works really, really well. It's not all teams can pull it off.
Goaler trying to get his hands free, can't. Pass inside, low shot off the post. Goaler able to come up with it. Jumbo's going to bring a ride. Goaler dodges through 2. Jumbo's got a slide, can't, and finished. Backdoor by Gavin Rothenberg. And it was an ambitious play there on the trap from Del Cristo and Rosario. It was a nice idea because if they can force that ball free, they would have had a 3-man advantage with a man coming out of the box there. Goaler, a beautiful split dodge, and then a 2-man advantage the other way for the Mules. And tic-tac-toe back of the net. Salcedo with his first clean win of the day. And the ball immediately finds the stick pocket of Jack Rigneri. And Sam Frizzoli going to come in here, as well as Kevin Christmas. Eddinghausen set on the GLE, now grabs it on the X. Kraft up top. Lob to Rigneri. Uses Christmas as a decoy. Jump shot saved by Heisler. And he'll look to bring it up yet again. We'll see if the Jumbos bring a ride. That pass thrown through the middle. Grabbed nicely by the Mules. Pass inside. Down low feed, and once again put in by Rothenberg.
Here's the energy for the Colby bench. Here it is. They're feeling these 2 goals against these Tufts Jumbos.
And that's something we rarely see, is the Jumbos getting beat in transition there. Jumbos with a heavy ride at the midfield line. There was a little bit of a weak spot in between, and then 2 slid to try and deal with a run, leaving Rothenberg unmarked on the near side. That one on the turf, corralled by the Mules, who are going to look to go, as they can sense the momentum. Skip pass, down low, shot looking near post. That's in the crease. Ethan O'Neill corrals, and the Jumbos catch a break there.
Yeah, very lucky on that one.
Walbaum will lead the out. Easy as you like here to Panagopoulos. We'll see if he looks to go. Dumps it off instead. Gonna set a screen. Eddinghausen. Colby calling out a defensive set as the Jumbos get their attacking midfielders on the field. Kelly. Head of steam. Great split dodge. Gets around 2. Draws a second, gets through 2. Still going, just wide on the look.
There's the individual play yet again, Riley. Gotta watch out.
Eddinghausen has a screen, uses it to perfection. Slide comes, pass. A little loose, but the Jumbos able to corral. Regneri racing through everyone, shoots, scores. Jack Regneri, speed racer, and we are even at 7.
Speed racer. Good word, good word. We'll see if they can keep up this speed. Both teams putting in lots of effort into this game. This is an exciting one to be a part of here at Bello.
It is an exciting one. That's Jack Regneri's 3rd on the day. And the Jumbos even things up with 6.5 to go in the first half. Parker Merrill wins that back to himself. And the Jumbos starting to finally show their true character from the face-off dot. Great outlet pass. Finds the long pole. Timeout Denolfo. Or no, they're going to call offside first. Wait, hold on. They're going to blow that dead, I believe. Denolfo not happy. He said that the Jumbos had kept a man back, and I think they had, but a little too late to argue that. As Colby looking to work here against the Jumbos. McCarthy. Jumbos send the slide, skip pass, jumping and grabbing that one is Nick Skolkowski. Near side, that pass looking there was Reynolds, but a just poorly placed pass bails the Jumbos out again. And that's really the first time we've seen Colby misplace a simple pass. Del Cristo, Regneri in his usual spot, coming around hard. Low feed, Eddinghausen. Behind the back, Regneri just wide, as they were about 6 inches from making SportsCenter. Hard cut, skip pass, Eddinghausen low. And the Jumbos, even though they couldn't get a look on frame, are starting to play that fast ball movement style they're used to.
It's the name of this game.
Hidden ball play here. And then they just bail on it.
Guess not.
Emsing. Gonna try and run the Michigan. Double on him. Dumps it off. Shot, score! Brooks Hauser in the slot, and the Jumbos get a howitzer and take an 8-7 lead.
Hopefully that can provide the Jumbos with the confidence boost they need to continue that run and continue scoring.
Brooks Hauser with his 15th on the year, as this Jumbos sophomore class just continues to put up astounding offensive numbers. And another violation. Which way is it going?
Could be both.
I think they got both, yeah. They're going to get Tufts with it.
Interesting call.
I think they did get both. Denolfo asking for an explanation. Don't quite know what the call was, because theoretically, if it was a delay of game, it should be man down for the Jumbos, but they are not.
Getting a little chippy over here on the sidelines.
I think the ruling was, in the end, a mutual infraction, but the Jumbos went first, so Colby possession, but no penalty. Reynolds to the X now. McCarthy up top. Skipped to Goaler, who's been really quiet so far. Gets through two, gets his hands free and sailed it.
Wind is picking up over here. You can see it on the players' jerseys, in the flag, and just standing here.
Yeah, now would be a time where if you're gonna shoot one, think about shooting it high, because the goalie might not be able to track it well.
Oh yeah.
Goaler with 15 to shoot. Rosario doing a good job tracking. 10 to go. Goaler stops, starts. Gets his hands free. Save Garzone. Outlets it beautifully. A little ahead of Panagopoulos, who runs right with it. Panagopoulos, Regneri. Skips it. Just missed the stick of Eddinghausen. As that nearly was some phenomenal transition from the Jumbos. Hauser going to give Goaler some problems, but he's able to clear nonetheless. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Jumbos with a 1-goal lead in what has been a very chippy first half.
And it will only get chippier from here, Riley.
Yeah, I don't perceive that this one's going to become all dandy all of a sudden.
Absolutely not. That's the beauty of it.
McCarthy got his man hung up. Finding a little bit of a stack here are the Mules. Jumbo's doing a good job switching everything. 30 to shoot.
Not quite sure.
They had a man wide open at the top, didn't see him. Ball's on the turf, and a trip called on Colby. We'll give the Jumbos the ball. They're going to go quickly. Wall bomb. Michael Ayers with a head of steam. Near side, Regneri jumped for it, grabbed it cleanly. And another whistle blown, and another offside on the Jumbos.
This is not normal for the Jumbos.
Sloppy and really uncharacteristic. I can't remember the last time I saw a quarter in which the Jumbos had multiple offsides where they weren't forced offsides by the defense. And a successful clear there for Colby into Ethan DeVita. About a minute difference, shot clock, game clock. As DeVita gonna go face off against the short pole in O'Neill. Up top. Now it'll stop and go. DeVita spins on for Zoli. Tried to find a teammate. That was a pass. That's Jumbo's ball. And somehow they call that a shot. I'm questioning that decision.
I think it was a shot with a very, very poor angle. That was just barely counted as a shot.
Looks like my tee shot's on the golf range. Step down, wide from DeVita. 15 to shoot for the Mules. As we go under a minute to go in the first half. Jumbo's bench sounding like a soccer stadium. That one's on the turf. We'll see if Waldbaum can keep it in. He's not going to try. Jumbos will possess. Shot clock turned off here. Hauser uses a beautiful screen from O'Neill. 1-2, Hauser scores.
That's what you like to see, Riley. The quick give and go. Shot, goal. Tufts bench getting their celebrations in.
can't quite tell what they're doing. Looks like they might be doing some fencing.
Oh yeah, fencing, sword fighting, pirates, something of the sorts. I think that's a pretty good celebration if you ask me.
Yeah, I think the Jumbo's bench definitely high up there in terms of energy from Sellies. They could use a choreographer, I feel.
I'm sure they can get one if they really wanted one.
A face-off win almost for the Mules. Del Cristo not giving up on it, comes away with it.
Good hustle by Salcedo.
Took a shove, and a timeout call by D'Onofrio will allow the Jumbos to get a settled set here with 24 seconds to go in the first half. And a big possession here. 2-goal lead for the Jumbos, a chance to really extend it to 3 and really put a dagger into the Mules' hearts, as Colby, if you remember, had a 5-3 lead about a minute into this second quarter. And if the Jumbos could walk away with a 3-goal lead at the break, it would be a big, big swing. But on the other hand, if Colby can get a defensive stop here, you got to feel they're going to feel very confident with it only being a 2-goal game and them having shown the ability to score quickly against the Jumbos.
Yeah, this play will decide the halftime that each team has and how they start the next half of the game.
Yeah, I do think, though, I think even if Colby were to concede, I don't think Jake Bernhardt can be anything more than pleased with his team. It is a team that has gotten blown out by several other NESCAC teams. Only NESCAC win was a 1-goal win against the currently winless in NESCAC play Connecticut College Camels. And here they are sticking shot for shot with the Jumbos. So it has not been for a lack of effort, a lack of execution. It might just be the Jumbos are finally playing up to their potential here in this last 5 minutes of the half.
Yes, it is not fault of the coach. Both coaches are doing great, and we'll see how they direct their team to move forward with Tufts' decision. Oh, here goes play.
Stack play on here for the Jumbos. Regneri with 15. Back. Low shot from Brazzoli. Faked everyone out. Down low, Ettinghausen. Low high. And that is top bins.
That only took about half the time off the clock, though. Who knows? Maybe the next 12 seconds will be another shot from one of these teams.
I mean, I think it's very dangerous for Colby because the Jumbos have shown time and time again this year that 12 seconds is plenty of time for them to win a draw and go score, especially when Parker Merrill's on the dot. That one on the ground. No one knew where it was. Frazzoli comes up with it. 5 to shoot. Regneri with a dodge. Gonna shoot.
Is he?
Frazzoli got a look just wide. And that'll be the half. As we go to the break here from Bello. 10-7. Catherine, just seemed like two completely different games. The first 25 minutes and then the last 5.
Yeah, yet Tufts is still up 10-7. That just shows the strength of the team, even when they're having the off day or they're playing a team that's showing out as much as Colby is right now. They're still up, and they're still up 10-7 at the second half.
Yeah, I think Coach D'Onofrio is definitely going to have some comments for his team, probably about around the stuff you mentioned about the ball movement and the little too much individualized play. We'll see what the messages from these teams are. We'll take a short break. Be right back with you with the second half. Stay tuned. Welcome back here to Bellafield. Halftime all but over, and these two teams getting back onto the turf as my fellow commentator Catherine almost gets blown over by a wind gust there.
There goes my water bottle.
Yeah. All I can say is I'm glad that this is a lacrosse game. I don't know what's going on over on the other stream at Spicer, but I can't imagine softballs are easy to track in this sort of wind.
Not at all. They're either going really far or really not far.
As a reminder, we're over there at Spicer for the doubleheader against Bates, and we'll be right back there tomorrow for a doubleheader with Williams, a rematch of the NESCAC championship game. Here, these two teams have played a really entertaining first half in which Colby came out on the front foot. Jumbos finally found their footing towards the end of the second quarter. And here we go, second half underway. Parker Merrill wins the draw. And he's going to look to set up the offense. Dumps it to the corner. Hauser. To the X and Eddinghausen. Lobs it into Tagliaferri. Rigneri setting a screen. Tagliaferri gets a step, gets a look, and almost softballed that shot. Backdoor Timmons. Draws two. Hands it off to Kelly. Calling for a pick. Instead just goes around his man, lowers the shoulder, drops him. Working it around, Hauser. Up top, just missed Tagliaferri, given away. Rigneri tries to knock it free, can't. Here come the Mules with numbers. Step down from the long pole, save Garzone. And now an outlet, here come the Jumbos. Just a little behind for Zoli. On the turf, no one can get it cleanly, and eventually the Mules grab it in the form of Doug McCarthy. He's going to have to deal with Ayers. Jumbo's going to send a second man. And timeout called by Colby. A really good timeout there from Coach Bernhardt as McCarthy was about a second from getting rung up by both long poles. And we were talking in the break about the sort of intensity, and we thought it was intense in the first half. This first 90 seconds has been something else.
Both teams have been fired up in their halftime talks, I'm sure, and that's what both teams need if they want to win the game. We'll see who got fired up more and who can pull this one out.
Yeah, while we take the break, I'll take a look here around the NESCAC scoreboard. Let you know what else is going on here on a very busy day here. All right. Got some interesting results, including a more interesting result on the women's side. Wesleyan and Middlebury, the 8th ranked Wesleyan Cardinals, the number 1 ranked Middlebury Panthers. It is a 6-5 game at the break.
Wow, that is shocking, almost as shocking as this game is.
Men's side, we got that same matchup just started in Middletown. Williams up 2-0 already against Trinity, and that cannot possibly be right because it's telling me they're also playing Conn College. Don't think that's right.
On that.
All right, Bates up 2-0 on Trinity. They have now fixed that. And final from earlier today in women's, Bowdoin 15-9 win against Hamilton. A reminder, this same matchup on the women's side has a late start for today. It'll be a 3 o'clock first draw from Waterville, so you can catch that after this one's done. Mules getting to work right away. Up top, Kohler, who was really quiet for a leading scorer in that first half, only really touched the ball a handful of times. Skip pass, McCarthy on the X. Jumbo's doing a good job staying with their man. Switching now into his zone. Picks come, man wide open, shot low on the ground, and eventually Garzone able to trap it. Hits Rosario in stride. Jumbo's gonna run. Rosario still going. Dumps it off to the Axenhauser. Spin dodge, gets a step. Couldn't get his hands free. Left, right, and eventually will dump it off to Frizzoli, who will turn and run down the alley. He'll play it to the X. Ettinghausen to Hauser in some space. He'll dump it off to Kevin Christmas, and it might be weight room time. Spin dodge from the 6'6" Christmas. Jump pass Ettinghausen. Frizzoli gets tripped up. Jumbo's bench wanted a call, nothing there. Regneri. Good switch there from Colby. 20 to shoot. Hauser gets inside. And Jumbo's going to go man up as Hauser just got taken out. Jumbo's going to play on quickly, realizing they got 15 seconds of free offense. Swung to the near side. Christmas muscles through. Hands free. Dumps it back. Spin. Shot. Goal! How about that from Brooks?
Wow. They are fired up. They were able to pass it around. Some confusion was happening over here over whose man was coming from where, and that opened up the left side for the Jumbos to pass around and shoot.
Yeah, I mean, a great finish and just the awareness there. Christmas realized he was not going to be able to get his hands free, dumped it off to Hauser, and Hauser gets that shot off as the shot clock hits 0. That is using the full 80 to perfection, and a huge goal for the Jumbos. Another draw win there from Justin Turley, who has been very inconsistent. He has won a lot of draws and committed 6 draw violations. As a turnover there from the Mules, Jumbo's going to run. Ben Frizzoli, stop and go. To the X and Hauser. Jumbo switched the offense up. Hauser now on the X. Ettinghausen in his usual spot on the right wing. Regneri with a head of steam. Lowers the shoulder, shoots just wide. Hauser takes it out from the corner. Has Timmons near. Kelly also coming. Timmons going to go to work. Great face dodge. Thought about the inside dump. Gets his hands free and just put it wide.
That's a fun one over the head of your defender.
Jumbos have a pick play set here. Run perfectly. No one stays with Hauser. Faked everyone out. Doubled. Ball on the turf, and he probably should have shot it sooner.
Probably. He did not see the 3 men coming at him at once. That's a hard position to put yourself in.
Jumbo's now going to bring a bit of a ride here. Heisler trying to dump it, and does. Finding the open DeVita. DeVita turning and running here against Jordanito. Jumbo sending 2 on him. Defense definitely changing. Low shot! My word, what a goal from McCarthy!
Wow, that was a creative shot there.
Jumbo sent 2 to double, and a beautiful feed to the cutting McCarthy for, I believe, his 4th of the day, as the Jumbos get 1 and the Mules respond right back. That is number 3 on the day for McCarthy. Salcedo comes away with the draw. Gets tripped up, still comes away with the ball. And the Jumbo's going to go quickly. Regneri's got a one-on-one. Not even waiting for the midfield substitutions. Step down, Frizzoli shoots and scores.
Very impressive. The outside shot, we haven't seen a lot of those today. that have been taken or been working for that matter when they have been taken, and this one proves that they're still there, they're still an option. When you can find that gap between players, you got to take it and rip it.
Yeah, and Ben Verzoli's so good as an LSM at finding that little channel and then stepping into it and just ripping a shot. Most LSMs really good at getting the power, not so great at putting on frame. Verzoli and Ayers, two of the best in the country at getting those balls on the net with power. It's what makes the Jumbos such a danger in transition. Regneri around two, hands free, jump shot wide. And the Jumbos just playing with a little more speed than they should at any point in the first half right now.
That little bit of extra effort will take them a long way here.
Timmons, mercy spin dodge. Jump shot wide from Tagliaferri. Jumbo's going to go man up. We'll see what the call is. Might be a cross check.
Looks like it. Maybe around the neck.
As a 1 minute penalty for the Jumbos to take advantage of, as they'll send out the man up unit. First man up unit here for the Jumbos. Regneri directing traffic, comes off it hard, shoots, scores! Jack Regneri with a bullseye.
Found the same hole that Verzoli found earlier.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the ball movement. We talked about it, how it wasn't working in the first half there. Tic-tac-toe, left, right, back right again. Regneri coming hard like he's coming off a pick. And just when he gets ahead of steam, look out.
Yes, I would never want to be in front of one of these shots.
Yeah, count me on that list. Ball still on the turf. And a trip called on the Jumbos. We'll give the ball to Colby. Great feed down low. McCarthy, extra pass. Rothenberg thought about it. Couldn't get his hands free. Little stop and go here from Reynolds. Slide comes, skip to the X. Up top. Face dodge. McCarthy shut off at the near side this time. Around the screen. Panagopoulos giving him fits. And forced to play it all the way up top. And Solskowski. Goaler. Against Ethan O'Neill. Skips that pass beautifully into space. And Jumbo's going to go man down on a trip. I think they're going to get interference there on Waldbaum. Has a good little cut there. Off ball from the Mules. Around the crease. Put the Jumbos in all sorts of fits communication-wise. And a big chance here for Colby as they probably, to stay in this game, need to score here. Start moving after standing like statues. Thought about the step down. Swung near side instead. Whipping the ball around, not getting any sort of real off-ball movement though. Whipped around. 2 left on the penalty. Backdoor feed on the turf. Able to save it nicely. But Jumbo's back to full strength. 20 on the shot clock. Goaler against Rosario. Forced GLE. McCarthy dodges in between. Great face dodge. Double comes around. McCarthy comes up and just put that wide of the near post. It's going to stay with Colby. Jumbo's bench screaming at the referee. 5 to shoot.
I had no view of that, but the Jumbos seemed shocked.
And they're going to send 3 over, force the skip pass. Shot on frame, never had a chance of testing Garzone, and the Jumbos will bring the clear. A big defensive stand there for the Jumbos.
Yeah, that zone defense seemed to be working for them. They've been able to hold off Colby since that first quarter.
Yeah, 7 goals conceded in the man, only 1 since they switched to zone. Jump shot off the top of the bar. And the height check won by the Mules. Ettinghausen going to bring a ride. Here's Heiser. As the Jumbos once again going to sit back, force that deep pass between the lines. Frizzoli knocks it free. Mules able to get the second ball. Frizzoli just giving fits here on that side to Brooks Raymond. Knocks the ball free. Ayers collects. Back to Frizzoli. Still on the turf. And eventually Michael Ayers will scoop it up. The 2 LSMs combine for a defensive stop. Whipped ahead to Joey Kraft, who has some space. Ettinghausen, Rigneri comes off a screen to collect. Drawing his man all the way out, almost to midfield. Taking a little jog to the X. Now faces up. Great spin dodge. Drops him. Reverse shot just over the bar. As Rigneri just having a little bit of fun toying with his Mule defender.
That's what the Jumbos are missing right now, is that ability to take shots like those. And
Christmas coming down Broadway, just wide. Screenplay here. Ettinghausen, skip pass, Rigneri got up for it. Spins back. That pass was tipped. Will stay with the Jumbos, 9 to shoot. As they're gonna run some sort of stack play here with 5. Gotta get a shot. Great face dodge, shot, score! And what a play there from Sam Frizzoli. Faked everyone like he was going left, cut back right, and picked the left corner.
If you can have those individuals to do that, you got to take that opportunity, that chance with the fake and getting behind the line and just ripping it.
And just brutal there for Colby because they had a really great defensive possession, had gotten through 75 seconds of it, and then to give up a goal in the last 5 seconds is just heart-wrenching.
That looks like a women's draw over there.
It did look like a women's draw. In the end, Jumbos come up with it, and they're going fast. Shot way over there from Ben Clark. Was not able to get his stick facing downward at any point. And here is Rigneri, who more and more, game by game, looks like a sophomore Jack Boyden. Kelly. To Lewis Timmons. Face dodge. Spins back. Inside feed, just missed Rigneri. There's a beautiful play there, just couldn't quite execute.
Once executed, though, that is going to be a beauty to watch.
Pass between the lines from the Mules. Jumbo's trying to substitute on the fly. Able to corral it there are the Mules with Rothenberg. And if I'm Colby, I might think about a timeout soon because they need to score, and soon as Rothenberg gets a step, skips it, far side, blocked. And honestly, it was a nice, unselfish play there by Rothenberg, but when you're a 5-goal scorer on this game, maybe take that shot. Galler skips it. Here to Ben Reynolds. To the X, backdoor feed. Pass inside, score, McCarthy. As once again, that backdoor weakness found on the Jumbo's man. They switch back to the man, and Colby tears it to shreds.
Yeah, this team has studied up on the Jumbos very well, and they found the holes that they're able to finish on, which is not every team can do.
I'll tell you what, I would love to be a fly on the wall in the Jumbo's film session on Monday morning, because they're going to have some comments on the defense, and they might have to make some changes, because if a team like Colby, which is not a particularly efficient offensive team, can run through the man like that, as they almost broke it again.
They already have made changes with the zone defense and switching back and forth. Hard thing for teams to do on the fly, which props to the Jumbos for being able to do that, but bigger questions for the team to think about after this game.
Yeah, because if this is what happens when you play Colby, what happens come May when you're playing RIT or Salisbury? As Wallbaum clears it himself. Eddinghausen comes off it hard. Draws one and skips it to Tagliaferri, who's been remarkably quiet today after having two big games against RIT and Stevens. Jump shot score, just as I say it, he makes me pay. 15-9. Charlie Tagliaferri with a beaut. We apologize, folks. Some technical difficulties here. Charlie Tagliaferri did make it 15-9. As the wind just wreaking havoc on everything here at Bello. Parker Merrill with another draw win. And the Jumbos starting to put it in cruise control here. Skips it all the way to the X. Hauser gets a step on his man. Eddinghausen has O'Neal to set a screen. Skips it to Regneri. Double comes on him. Down the channel for Zoli. To the X. Up top, Regneri. Faked everyone like he was going to shoot. Drew two. Now he'll go to the X and work on his man. Just baiting him right now.
Here's the fun there.
Low shot, just wide. And Jack Regneri just has his man on skates. Eddinghausen. Around the screen. Comes off it, shoots. Great save by Heisler. Ball on the ground. Emsing almost got to it, and eventually Heisler collects. 15 to go in the third quarter. As some extracurriculars on the near sideline. That pass thrown out of play. 8 seconds, plenty of time for the Jumbos to look to get a look here.
They are hustling.
Frizzoli whips it to Ayers with 5. He's going to have a look. Pass almost found a target. That'll be the third. And we'll take a short break. 15-9 as we head to the fourth. Welcome back here to Bello. Final quarter, last gasp attempt here for the Mules. Looking to get a Cowboy to ride that horse back into this game, but running out of steam as after having a 8-7 lead with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, Jumbos have been on an 8-1 run, and runs like those have been characteristic this year. The Jumbos have had a 7-goal margin or greater run in every single one of their wins this year, as the Jumbos about to go man up as a frustration foul there by the Mules. Jumbos might not wait, though. Hauser cuts in, shoots just wide, and the Jumbos will now go man up. A 1-minute penalty here as a slash called on Colby. And those are the start of penalties that you just can't afford to give up, especially when you're trailing. Emsing, little pitch and catch with Ettinghausen. Up top, can't even say the names, they're moving the ball so fast. Regneri thought about the step down, instead whips it low. Ettinghausen scores, and Jack Regneri playing facilitator, scorer, and all-around All-American as the Jumbos extend the lead and extend the run, and all smiles now on the Jumbo sideline.
As soon as you said the word, the ball is moving so fast. That's when you know a goal is coming for the Jumbos. As soon as they get that connection in, they are able to finish on those opportunities.
And what a day for Jack Regneri. 4 goals, 4 assists. Has either scored or assisted on half of the Jumbos' goals today. And a trip on Colby will allow the Jumbos' ball.
Some confusion on rules on who can pick that ball up.
Yeah. Tagliaferri not waiting around now. Drew 2 onto him. Got a mismatch. Kelly on a short stick. Drops him. Shoots just over the bar. Ettinghausen up top to Kelly. Little stop and go. Back to Ettinghausen, who has 4 on the day himself. Spins in, out, draws a second man. Skip pass, picked up. Regneri wanted to fire it, and a good block coming out there from the Mules.
That is good lacrosse IQ. You know these players have been playing for most of their lives, and being able to read the ball like that is really important.
Kelly spins, ball on the turf, still on the turf. About 8 different men went down, and eventually a interference called on the Jumbos. Not a flag, just a infraction. So that'll be a turnover. And then thrown away there by the Mules. What's the call? Out of bounds. Colby ball.
Let's see if Colby can ride with this momentum and get another goal for their Mules.
I mean, you got to think pretty much every possession has to be a score at this point. With the Jumbos winning the majority of the faceoffs, under 13 to go and needing 7 goals, probably only going to get about 7 more looks. So you got to score every time down at this point if you're the Mules. Reynolds gets a step. Not able to get his hands free, though. Once again, Bernard Kohler, who has been remarkably quiet today. Pass inside, backdoor, and the Mules, stop me if you've heard it again, cut through the Jumbos D and find the wide open man, backdoor on the crease.
Yep, that's the name of the game right now, that they're finding those holes. And the Mules they're keeping going with it. They've become calmer on the sidelines, but I can't tell if that's exhaustion or just nonchalantness of they are going 16-10 right now with the Tufts Jumbos.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, the Jumbos might be up 6 goals, but I don't think they're going to want to see Colby in the NESCAC tournament.
Absolutely not, Riley. Absolutely not.
Space. Skip to Ettinghausen. That pass deflected beautifully. Great lacrosse IQ there from Colby, as it would have had a wide open Brooks Hauser coming off the slot. Gets a nice little dodge. Dumps it to the X. Ettinghausen got a man hung up. Spins in, spins out. Draws a second. Whips it up top to Christmas. Regneri stop and go. Jump shot off the top of the cage. Bounces out.
Unlucky.
Regneri now. Spins, draws two. Backs it out, takes it to the X. Jump shot. Try the Michigan, couldn't get it on frame. 45 to shoot for the Jumbos. Pick play. Little stop and go Hauser. Back to Frizzoli. And here a midfielder on the X. Backing down his man, dumps it up top. Whips to your side. Ettinghausen shoots. Almost put it into his own net, did Heisler, but he got the save in the end. Then put it on the turf. Jumbos take it right back.
Not so easily.
Bounces free. Regneri with a face dodge. And somehow Eisler denied him point blank.
Great game by Will Heisler. Keeping the Mules in the game. Keeping the team's confidence up. As one of their captains, it's his job. It's his job to have that spirit.
If it wasn't for Will Heisler, it could easily be 20 or 25 right now.
Absolutely.
Three really phenomenal performances from the Mules. I'm thinking Gavin Rothenberg, Doug McCarthy, and Heisler. Rothenberg and McCarthy each with 4 goals, and Heisler now with 10 saves.
Yeah. But overall, the whole team has been adding to that. Everybody's been putting in their effort, and if even one of them slacks off, the whole team feels it. So
I think you could make an honest effort to say that Colby has outworked the Jumbos. The Jumbos
Absolutely.
are winning this game on talent.
Absolutely. They are very lucky that they have that in their back pocket to rely on. They can't continue like that going forward, though.
They can't, but it does help when you have 7+ All-Americans on your team.
Absolutely. Doesn't hurt.
Regneri coming with that speed. Around one, low shot. Not a good look, but he took it anyway. And it'll start up again with Brooks Hauser, who backed it up. Little stop and go. Great face dodge. Low shot just wide. Looked like Heisler might have gotten a stick to it. The Jumbo's going to bring a little bit of a ride here. Heisler lobs that, clean as you like. And the Mules will set up as we go under 10 to go. 6-goal game. And what could very easily be a game we see again in a month or so in the NESCAC tournament. Goaler waiting for some teammates. Colby really slow on the substitutions right now.
I think coach is focused on this offensive play that they're having right now. Seeing if
Great backdoor feed, and they score again. And they have found the weakness in the Jumbo's man-to-man D.
Yeah. Going forward, I'm curious to see what the Jumbos will be doing and how Colby can continue this momentum after this game. The coach clearly has read up on it and is doing a great job of firing up his team and getting the goals that he wants and that the team wants.
And we can see at least here the body language of Coach Ginolfo, who even though his team is up 5 goals, is visibly not happy with the way they've played defensively.
Absolutely not. He's had to make some tough calls as coach about how his defense should be playing, zone, man, who they should be watching out for as such a team offense here on Colby's attack.
I mean, it's interesting because Bernard Goller was nominally their best player. The only player as offside called on Lewis Simmons. The only player who had more than 10 goals on the year for the Mules, as I'm going to stop talking about that as they're coming hard. Backdoor feed, just missed, point blank. And the Jumbos Colby might have gotten away with an extra man in the attacking half.
I believe they did.
Referees missed it, but no harm, no foul.
Flag was thrown just a few seconds ago.
If I'm the Jumbos, I'm thinking about just holding onto this ball for the next 60 seconds. Mules putting everyone back because of the flag. Pass down low. It doesn't matter. Tagliaferri still gets a look. A lot of contact. Ball on the turf. Still being fought for. Another flag coming out. Jumbo's about to go two-man up. And they got a fresh 60. Kelly down the channel. Backing down his man. Jump shot. Save. Heisler, who has been everywhere. And now we get to see what the carnage is.
I didn't know the refs had that many in their belts. One more. I don't know what they would have thrown.
Hat, maybe? I guess lacrosse refs, yeah, some of them have hats on today.
Some of them.
The old football standby. When you're out of flags, you throw the hat.
Yep.
So an offsides that they did finally get this time. And so Jumbos will be two-man up for 30 seconds, a man up for a minute.
This is a hard turning point for the Colby Mules. This is not what they wanted at this point in the game. Going two-man down for 30 and one man down for another 30.
Yeah, but you get the feeling if they get a stop here, they're going to have a lot of momentum.
I have confidence in them. They can do that.
Shot, score. Oh, just missed. Excuse me, that was off the outside of the cage. As the Jumbos not messing around, they realize this is their chance to put this game away right here, right now. Down low. Hauser to Regneri. Faked everyone out. Hauser coming off it, inside out. Everyone lost. Regneri off the crossbar. Fresh 60 for the Jumbos. Down low, Ettinghausen. Skipped it, saved. Inside feed, shot Tagliaferri wide. It'll be a fresh 60. Jumbos man up for 24 more seconds. Don't know why the shot clock didn't reset. That clearly hit the post. Whipped near side, extra pass, inside out. Reverse shot just wide. Ettinghausen able to corral it on the ground. Jump pass. Colby all over the place. Regneri stepped down. Fakes a man, shoots, save Heisler. And a big stop for the Mules.
Great defense by the Mules.
Jumbo's bringing a tough ride now on Heisler, who just chucks one up. That's not going to work. But the Jumbo's a little too casual with it in the midfield. Wallbaum picks it up, head of steam. Tagliaferri couldn't get it cleanly, and Brooks Hauser will corral it. With 75 to go on the shot clock. Jumbo's in no real hurry. Offside on Jumbos. They didn't have their numbers right. That's a turnover. Here comes Colby. And then the referee blows it dead. It looks as if the referee blew it dead for no reason. Thought Dinolfo would call the timeout. Might have bailed the Jumbos out there.
Yeah, that pause was needed. I saw some substitutions being made.
Well, not only that, is that Jumbos were all over the place. Colby was running hard. They would have had numbers. An interesting unofficial whistle. Now an actual timeout belonging to Colby. We'll take it as well. 5 minutes to go. 5-goal game. Colby's last stand coming up. Welcome back here to Medford, Massachusetts and JumboCast. Final 5:41, Colby trailing by 5. Called the timeout, probably to run some sort of settled set play. Jumbo is making some last-second substitutions here. And it is must-score time for the Mules, who have performed quite admirably today, but do not have the goals on the scoreboard to really show for it.
They have a lot, though.
A crazy thing is that Jumbo's currently lead by 5. If that were to hold, that would be their closest win of the season.
Which is saying a lot for these Mules. They have been putting everything into this game.
Indeed they have. Goaler. One-on-one on Solomon on the X. 20 to shoot. Skip pass. McCarthy. On the ground. Rizzoli knocked the ball free. Didn't go chase after it. Reynolds will recollect. Kolsowski gets a step. Gets a shot. Save Garzone. And the senior steps up in a big way. Jumbo's with an easy clear, and we'll see what they do here. 4.5 to go. 5-goal lead. Might try and work some clock. Little pick play there. Ragnari will just dump it off to Sam Frizzoli. And whistle blown. Timeout, Coach Dinolfo. As the Jumbos will run a settled set play here with 45 to go on the shot clock. As a reminder, this is just the start of what is going to be a chaotic final month of NESCAC lacrosse. 7 NESCAC games, 8 total games for this Jumbos team in the next 25 days. And 4 weeks from today, in all likelihood, we'll be right back here on Bellow Field for the NESCAC quarterfinals. As a reminder, it's not just the men. The women have big games, including today, where they play Colby at 3. They will be here Wednesday evening against Williams before going on the road to Wesleyan, a Wesleyan team that is currently ranked number 6 in the country and currently leads at Middlebury, a Middlebury team which will be here the weekend after. So the heart of the NESCAC schedule coming up, and we'll have it all for you on JumboCast. As a reminder, also, we will be live from Spicer Field tomorrow afternoon for an Easter Saturday doubleheader matinee against the reigning NESCAC champions. And then just a nice casual week of couple midweek games before the real chaos of the weekend after, with 10 games in the span of 3 days.
Beautiful. Lots to look forward to.
So a lot of JumboCast coming forward. We'll have it all for you. We won't miss a beat as we get through the heart of the NESCAC schedule and into postseason play with 4 teams, all with postseason aspirations. This one of them, as the Jumbos just moving the ball around beautifully. Inside feed, just missed. Dinolfo asking for a fresh 60. Clock does not reset because it was off the outside of the netting, not the post. So it does not count as a shot on target. Kelly with 15. Eddinghausen with 10. Getting railed. His stick just got knocked out of his hand. And Colby comes away with the ball. Cleared successfully by the Mules as we hit 3 minutes to go. Jumbo's wanted another offsides call, and this time they're going to get it. Colby got away with one earlier in the quarter. Did not this time, and that might be the turnover that ends this one. Screen, Kelly. Face dodge. dumps it near side, and Timmons just sailed it as that would have put it away. Eddinghausen around the Callum Wood screen. Emsing up top, Kelly. Jumbo's second attack unit getting some work here. Kelly lowers the shoulder. Face dodge over the defender stick. Jump shot, score! Garrett Kelly says, see you later. And the Jumbos sign that check to win number 4 on the NESCAC season.
I don't see a super big celebration on the bench. Nothing noteworthy.
Nothing noteworthy on the bench. The Jumbos making some substitutions. Wallbaum, Ayers, Regneri, Eddinghausen, Hauser. Their days are done. Some of the underclassmen are going to get some work here with 2.5 to go. A hold on Parker Merrill will give the ball to the Mules. Colby telling their midfielders to make sure they time it right. No offsides. Though, it's probably a matter of too little too late, as for all we talked about Colby doing a great job finding the open man, the Jumbos really adapted well defensively, have only given up 3 goals in this second half, which has allowed them to really extend this lead into a much more comfortable space.
Yeah, good work by coaching staff on those calls and figuring out what works on the fly.
Little shovel pass to the X. Reynolds skips it. Goaler somehow saved that. Face dodge on O'Neal. Trying to get his hands free back. Reynolds shot, score! And a consolation prize for the Mules is a nice finish by Sam Reynolds.
Mules are getting quicker with these shots, and if there's another quarter, it would be an exciting one in this game. They're starting to learn even more about this Tufts Jumbos defense the more and more they play.
And some sort of call made. I don't know what. I think there was a technical foul of some sort, an automatic violation. Jumbos will possess it. Colby bench had some questions about the refereeing, suggesting that it didn't matter. They weren't going to win the draw anyway. Jumbo's probably just going to run out the clock here, leading by 5 with only a 10-second difference shot clock, game clock. Kevin Christmas, the 6'6" midfielder, taking a little jog. And that'll be Tagliaferri's turn to turn and run. He'll dump it to the X. Emsing going to work. Spin dodge. Slide comes off the post. Heisler able to grab it as we go under a minute to go. That ball on the turf. Great ride here from the Jumbos. Cleared successfully, though, by the Mules. Ball dropped by McCarthy. Bouncing around. Mules come up with it. Jumbo's out of position. Up top shot. Reynolds scores. And it's cut to 4 with 24 seconds to go.
Wow. Mules aren't giving up. They're staying strong. And honestly, it looks like the Jumbos are letting off the gas a little bit, which they have the margin to do so, but not without sacrificing some of their score.
Yeah, they will definitely true that they have let off the gas after going up 6. That one on the ground. Can't tell you where it is. It's under a pile of sticks, feet, cleats. No one come up with it. Finally, Cam Del Cristo will.
8 seconds left.
Jumbo's not going to do anything but run out the clock. It goes final here in Medford. The Jumbos get themselves a hard-worked victory. Colby fought, but in the end, the Jumbos come out on top, make it 20 straight over the Mules, and send themselves to 7-1, 4-0 in the NESCAC and put themselves in the driver's seat to be hosting the NESCAC tournament come 4 weeks from today. Catherine, your closing thoughts on this one?
This was a really exciting game to watch, and both teams fought really hard. Colby did a great job of their homework beforehand and coming out strong, coming out with intent, and coming out with the confidence that they could beat this Tufts Jumbos team. But the Jumbos just had it in their back pocket. They were confident. They adapted on the fly. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think adaptation, and I think we criticized it at times for the reliance on it, but in the end, it was individual skill that won this Jumbos the game. Jack Riganeri, Brooks Hauser, Max Eddinghausen, each with 6 or more points today. And in the end, it doesn't matter how good your teamwork is. If you are going to let players of that caliber get open looks, you're just not going to win games at this level. The Jumbos got the opportunities. They had more opportunities. Colby was definitely more efficient in taking advantage, but in the end, when you get the chances and your number of shots is more than double the opposition's, odds are, unless the goalie stands on their head, which Heisler almost did, they're going to win the game. And that's what happens here. We get used to it because we're privileged to call games for such a phenomenal team, but as usual, the Jumbos just really grew into the game, dominated towards that really end of the second, third, went on a run. As we mentioned, the big key, an 8-1 run in the middle of the game to put this one away. And I'd like to thank the other members of my crew, Tawny Stinson, Jason Strait, and Justin Loker behind the scenes, as I cannot get the words out of my mouth. It's been a long day, folks. I'd like to thank my color commentator, Catherine Burns. I've been Riley Daniel. You've been watching JumboCast, and as always, stay home safely.